4,500 years ago, on the sun-scorched plains of Giza, something extraordinary began to rise from the desert. Massive stone structures, so precise and enduring that they still dominate the Egyptian skyline today. The Great Pyramids, silent monuments to human ambition, have stood for over 45 centuries, defying time, weather, and imagination. But how did a civilization without machines, steel tools, or modern engineering create such timeless wonders? The Egypt of 2500 BCE was a world unlike anything we know today. Life revolved around the mighty Nile River, whose annual floods nourished the land and allowed agriculture to flourish. Villages lined its fertile banks, and people farmed wheat, barley, and flax. Society was strictly ordered. At the top stood the pharaoh, believed to be a living god, and beneath him were priests, scribes, soldiers, craftsmen, and farmers. Every role served a divine purpose, every task guided by religion and duty. To the ancient Egyptians, death was not an end but a beginning, the start of a new life in the afterworld. The pyramids were more than tombs. They were stairways to eternity, built to help the pharaoh ascend to the gods. This belief drove tens of thousands of workers to dedicate their lives to constructing the greatest architectural feat of the ancient world. For them, building the pyramid was an act of devotion, not just labor. Many imagine the pyramids were built by slaves under brutal conditions, but modern archaeology paints a different picture. Evidence shows that the builders were skilled laborers, not chained captives. They were organized into teams, well-fed, and even given medical care. Nearby, archaeologists had discovered workers' villages with bakeries, breweries, and workshops, proving that Egypt's greatest project was powered by human cooperation, not oppression. Each massive pyramid stone weighed between 2 to 15 tons, cut from nearby limestone quarries and granite mines, hundreds of kilometers away. The workers used copper chisels, dolerite pounding stones, and wooden sledges. Though primitive by modern standards, these tools were used with masterful precision. But the real question remains: how were these enormous blocks transported and stacked with such accuracy? For centuries, historians speculated that ramps were the key. The most accepted theory suggests that long, sloping ramps of mud brick and limestone chippings were built beside the pyramid. Workers dragged the stones up these ramps, lubricating the sand beneath with water to reduce friction. Recent discoveries at ancient construction sites even show drawings of men pouring water in front of sledges, a simple yet brilliant trick to move tons of rock with limited manpower. Others believe a spiral ramp wound around the pyramid as it rose higher, allowing builders to pull stones up in a circular pattern. Still, some propose internal ramps hidden within the pyramid itself, acting as corridors for moving blocks to the upper levels. Whatever the method, the engineering precision is staggering. Each side of the Great Pyramid aligns almost perfectly with the 4 cardinal directions. At its peak, the Giza Plateau would have been a scene of organized chaos. Dust clouds filled the air, wooden sledges creaked under the weight of stone, and the sound of hammering and chanting echoed across the desert. Supervisors shouted commands, and priests offered prayers to the gods for strength and protection. Every block placed was part of a divine order, an offering to the heavens. Life for the pyramid workers was tough but structured. They lived in large camps with thousands of others, eating bread, onions, fish, and drinking beer for hydration. Archaeologists have found remnants of their meals, tools, and even graffiti carved into the stones, names of work gangs proudly written, such as the Drunkards of Menkaure. It shows a sense of identity and pride among those who toiled for decades in the desert sun. The logistics behind feeding, housing, and managing such a massive workforce were staggering. Officials tracked supplies using early forms of record-keeping on clay tablets and papyrus scrolls. This level of organization reflects an advanced bureaucracy, one of the earliest examples of large-scale project management in human history. Egypt's centralized government and strong religious unity made it all possible. Even the choice of the pyramid's location was deliberate. Built on the west bank of the Nile, the land of the setting sun symbolized the realm of the dead. The precise alignment to the stars, especially the North Star, reflected their deep astronomical knowledge. The ancient Egyptians believed the pharaoh's soul would ascend to join the circumpolar stars, eternal and unsetting in the night sky. Inside the pyramid, narrow passageways led to the burial chamber where the pharaoh's sarcophagus was placed. Every corridor, angle, and chamber had meaning, designed according to complex religious texts and mathematical ratios. A Great Pyramid of Khufu, for instance, contains over 2 million stone blocks, yet its interior angles deviate by less than 1 degree, an astonishing level of precision for an age without modern measuring tools. Once construction was complete, the outer casing of polished white limestone reflected the blazing Egyptian sun, making the pyramid shine like a jewel. Imagine standing on the sands of Giza 4,500 years ago, watching the pyramid gleam in the distance. It must have looked like a stairway of light rising into the sky. Today, most of that casing is gone, stolen or eroded, but its brilliance once symbolized the eternal power of the gods. When Pharaoh Khufu died, his body was mummified and placed deep within the pyramid, surrounded by treasures meant to accompany him in the afterlife. Priests performed elaborate rituals to guide his soul through the underworld, where he would be judged before Osiris. For the people of Egypt, the completion of the pyramid was not just the end of a construction. It was the beginning of the pharaoh's immortality. The legacy of the pyramid builders continued for centuries. Later pharaohs like Khafor and Menkaure followed in Khufu's footsteps, building their own pyramids beside his. Each was slightly smaller, but equally majestic, creating the legendary trio that still defines Egypt's horizon. These monuments became eternal symbols of power, order, and the connection between heaven and earth. Beyond the grandeur of stone, life around the pyramids thrived. Merchants traded goods, artists carved reliefs, and priests conducted ceremonies. Children played near the workers' camps, and the Nile's rhythm dictated the pace of life. Though the world around them has long vanished, the essence of their civilization endures in every block of limestone still standing at Giza. As centuries passed, the knowledge of pyramid construction faded. When the Greeks and later the Romans visited Egypt, even they were mystified by how such massive monuments were built. Myths grew that the pyramids were built by giants, aliens, or lost technologies. Yet the truth is far more profound. They were built by ordinary humans with extraordinary determination, guided by faith and unity. Modern science continues to uncover new secrets. Ground-penetrating radar has revealed hidden chambers, and studies of ancient papyri, like the Diary of Mirror, written by an overseer, describe how workers transported limestone by boat along the Nile. This document, discovered at Wadi al-Jarf, is the oldest known papyrus and offers first-hand proof of the logistical genius behind pyramid building. The pyramids also serve as time capsules of ancient innovation. The Egyptians mastered geometry, astronomy, and resource management centuries before Greece or Rome existed. Their ability to mobilize tens of thousands for a single divine purpose reflects not just engineering skill, but social cohesion and shared belief. It was this harmony that built wonders more lasting than empires. Standing before the Great Pyramid today, you're looking at the last surviving wonder of the ancient world. Over 45 centuries have passed. Empires have risen and fallen. Languages have changed, and entire civilizations forgotten. Yet Khufu's pyramid remains, a silent witness to humanity's eternal quest to reach higher, both physically and spiritually. It's hard not to feel humbled by what they achieved without machines or steel. Their secret wasn't hidden technology, but organization, persistence, and vision. With ropes, ramps, and sheer willpower, they moved mountains of stone. What modern cranes accomplish in minutes, they achieved through years of endurance and faith in something greater than themselves. The Great Pyramid's survival is not just a triumph of engineering, but of human spirit. Each block tells a story of sweat, hope, devotion, and ingenuity. Together, they form a message carved into eternity. The human potential, when united by purpose, can defy the impossible. As the sun sets over Giza, casting long shadows across the desert, you can almost hear the echoes of those ancient builders, their chants, their tools, their heartbeat beneath the sand. They built not just a monument to their king, but a symbol of eternity, a bridge between earth and the divine. And though 4,500 years have passed, the question still lingers in the dry desert wind. Not how they built the pyramids, but why. Perhaps the answer lies not in the stones, but in the timeless human desire to create something that outlives us all.